All right. Hi, Justin.
I'll leave until
Hi,
7:30.
Justin.
Hi, Justin.
Hi,
So,
Justin.
who would like to give a recap of last session?
I'll give it from my perspective.
Early. I want to hear Kai's perspective.
All right, so what happened last time is that I was in a trap.
And then what happened?
Yes.
See, I really thought you were about to do that, like the one by Metallica, where it's like darkness imprisoning me, all that I see, and then I cannot live, and then it just cuts off.
That was a very specific reference for you to expect Pat to
Landmine
make.
has taken my sight.
With
Taken my
no
speech.
job.
See, I know Pat knows the reference, though.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes.
All right. So, anybody who was not dead.
Look, Kai died last session, and I don't. Anything else that happened pales in comparison to the grief that we
Rakdos
all
died.
feel. Yeah, that too. But also, this, our closest ally, our best friend in Kai is gone, and he's coming back in the next minute, isn't he?
Put
And
it
you
this way,
chose Rakdos over Kai.
Rakdos tried really hard, as in not Rakdos, but the universe, as in not the GM, but totally the universe, tried really hard to delete Rakdos from the universe.
Yeah, and I got a nat 20.
Mr. Taz died too.
Good.
Oh, so sad. He was your close
Justin.
ally.
Yeah, and Justin, you ate him. Thank God.
Yeah, and I'm gone. I'm still not here. I think we forgot that I poofed out of existence.
Yeah. While Fox and Clara and Escher were reviving Rakdos, Aldrich was like, "Ooh, cool sword," and then blinked out. But yeah, that is where we will pick up, and we're gonna start before anybody takes any actions. I'm just gonna. This is a little cinematic piece first of just let it happen. Let the description happen. So Aldrich is gone. Rakdos is still like coming back. He's revived, resurrected with 1 hit point. He is figuring out how to be alive again. Like it's disorienting being killed and resurrected.
Yeah.
Kai is now that like the fighting has stopped and the energy is able to flow freely again, especially with resurrection magic in the air from the revivification of Rakdos and specifically the sacrifice of one of the Blood Witch hearts as well. There's like a lot of necromancy and divination magic just infused in the area. And as previously stated with Rakdos, you're on a demiplane, which means souls are somewhat trapped in this area. At the end of last session, you saw as Merilathia's spirit began manifesting above Kai's corpse. And as it does so, the rest of you are kind of focusing a bit more on Rakdos, still just making sure he's back, but Merilathia fully manifests for about a moment and then lands on Kai's chest and starts clawing into it. And she digs into his chest. It is visceral. But after a few moments of this, the wounds begin to seal up. Like his robe that he wears is tattered and shredded. But the wounds where Merilathia just dug in begin to seal. But instead of flesh and skin, it is thick blue draconic scales. And Kai is able to take a breath again. And Kai, you should be missing an item from your character sheet, and you should have a new item because the dagger no longer exists. it has been used as a medium because Merolithia is not done with your body yet. She has determined that you are her best chance at a resurrection in this cycle, and she's going to use some of her power to resurrect you. Or rather, bind your spirit back into your body. There will be consequences for this later, but you are alive
Hey yo.
in a way.
You know, I could always offer a consequence for you one of those.
Oh, I mean,
Uh,
there's some mechanical stuff that this will affect. Two things that are immediately noticeable. Kai has these kind of dragon scales, and you see during this like transition, like he almost has like a seizure. Like claws are coming out of his body, the wings sprout for a few seconds, lightning's crackling around him. It is a visceral and violent transformation. But he is back.
just quick question.
Yeah.
Quick question. That being said, having human eyes that can see this happening, as the person who ended last session doing a slide tackle into Kai to try and resurrect him, can I opt to not do that and get my spells back?
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I wouldn't have gentle reposed him if he was in the process of becoming a fucking a hybrid or whatever it is.
Sure. Yeah, that's
I like to
fine.
imagine like you would come up to do that, and Merolithia, like in the few seconds she's manifesting, would just hiss at you. Like,
That would've been funny.
do not interfere. This, I am the one that will bring this back.
But that
Mr. Kai?
there is just one kind of immediate mechanical thing that one of you who is specifically tied to this is able to somewhat immediately identify. Kai, you are at 1 hit point and conscious.
I was gonna ask if I was conscious.
I'm not gonna fucking give you a third session in a 7-day period where you don't get to play. Fuck that.
Pat, you are restrained and have 0 movement for the rest of the session.
All right, I was just thinking I needed to beat the Elite Four.
But Fox,
Shit, you got there quick.
Yes.
you have a lot of
That's neither
magic
here nor
that
there.
ties to the undead, and you've seen resurrections. You've felt what it's like when someone is revivified and they are brought back to life. This is closer to when you bind a spirit back into a body. Kai is functionally undead.
Ah,
Mr. Kai?
Don't mind me. I have some embalming oil. Let me help you there.
oh God, what the fuck just happened?
Hold on, don't get up yet. Can I pull out a little healer's kit? Just pull out some of my tools. I just want to check. Does he have a heartbeat? Is that a pulse?
It's strange. He doesn't have a heartbeat, but he does have a pulse. There's no heartbeat. You don't feel that thump of pressure like on his veins. What you do feel is about every second and a half, a little spark of electricity, like a static shock.
Yeah, it's good enough for now. Fox, do you have a moment?
Yes.
He's still dead.
Yeah, I know. What's the problem?
You two realize you're saying this right next to me, right?
Oh, Kai, congratulations! You have unlocked Undeath. Where the fuck do I have it? I have some pamphlet for introducing people to their new unlife.
Oh God,
when we get to the
fucking
horizon, I can
Beetlejuiced.
give it to you.
Are you Beetlejuicing me?
Now, Kai, your body might be going through. Actually, That's not how it goes. Your body is no longer going through changes. It's about gonna stay the same as long as you keep it in tip-top shape. But if you sort of let yourself go and forget to, maybe if you hang around with Aldrich too much, you might notice that you're gonna start decaying. So,
Where is Mr. Aldrich?
And around that
Frantically
point,
looks around.
yeah, and around that point, give me a second. There, you see as
I was so worried. And Clark's gonna hug Kai also.
you see as next to you all, on his knees, like you see appearing multiple Aldrichs. There's like 3 of them that just appear. They are all next to each other. And it looks like all 3 of them have collapsed onto their knees, surrounding this blade that has dropped from his fingers. All 3 of them are next to each other, just staring down at this. Eyes pitch black and like a deep black oil running down his face like tears. This flickers for a second, and then 2 of the Aldrichs disappear. Until there is only 1 left with the blade resting on the ground before him.
Is he conscious?
touching the blade still.
It is
No,
like just
no.
on the ground. It is not being touched.
I'm just gonna pull Aldrich back further away from the blade.
Yeah. You
Trick, I
you
thought
deal
I
with
looked
the
pretty
sword.
good.
I'll deal with him if
And, like,
you would.
On the feeling of the touch of someone, he like jumps forward and like is scared, like don't touch me. Don't.
It's rather hard to do a medical analysis if I don't touch you, so I'm going to have to ask you relax.
No. And he's like inching backwards, like he's on his butt, like scooting backwards.
Don't make me call Tavro over.
Mr. Escher, don't hurt him.
I need to make sure this one is at least alive.
Just let him be. Where'd you go, Mr. Aldrich?
And he's like, he's still breathing hard, like wiping away the black oily tears, and it's just like it's breathing hard still, and like, and kind of, what's this called? Head into his knees, and not looking at anyone.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
fever
basically.
position.
Breathing is a good sign. I'll take it as a start. It's progress, I suppose.
Well,
Where's the sword?
I'm gonna take a nap.
you
Speaking
heard
of the sword that
Not
has
touching
been
the sword.
dropped, Gideon, that is a gorgeous rapier. And it almost feels like it is calling out to you. You know you could do great things if you just got your hands on this blade. You could do whatever you wanted. You could be perfect if you had that blade.
I do want.
Fox, a second question for you.
Yes.
How does banishment work?
Well, it's an old spell. Hasn't really been used much since the plane of Ravnica was sealed. But I do know the old magic since many Orzhov priests with their salty skeletons in order to deal with any outside influences or guild
perfect.
issues.
I was hoping you'd say that. Can a weapon be banished?
I would probably say it's better to be destroyed, seeing as it's just a weapon.
Oh,
I'll leave that one up to you, pal.
doesn't it have to have a soul to be banished?
Just don't let him touch it again, please.
Yeah, I think it's best we stay away from that. That looks even less pleasant than death.
But the rapier. Balls to-
Clara would get down on her knees and like start humming to Aldrich like,
It's not picking it up.
well, you...
Connor, though. I can hear it from Connor's mic faintly, but not yours.
she would try to hum him a little tune to make him feel better.
As he's like,
Clara,
you see,
Clara, the man has
Is
had
it
enough torture
working?
so far.
Is it working, Mr. Aldrich?
as you see his body like start to relax a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to use my free cast a day of Unseen Servant to conjure a little specter and just be like, can you like pull that sword away from us?
Right. One of the kind of indentured servants that only you're able to see apparates. It goes over, and the second it touches the sword to pick it up, the servant is obliterated.
Ooh,
Maybe we just leave it.
do we have 10 minutes?
Zach, are these like little tables still here?
Your guild.
They are, but they're no longer. They don't have the artifacts on them anymore. But I made that as part of the map originally, so.
Yeah, can I like pick up one of the tables, put it like on top of the sword, and sit on it?
Sure, you can have a table on top of the sword, and you can be sitting on that table.
Well, here's the thing, Asher. It is my guild, but how the fuck do we get out of here? Now, if you don't mind me, as I'm gonna run over and start rummaging through any cabinet I can find.
See,
Yeah.
one of you will figure it out.
And
Yeah, I have faith in you.
as a minute or two passes, you hear as Rakdos, like, finally coming back to himself, goes,
Yeah, that's where I was.
How do we get out of here?
Oh, hold on, big fella. Don't sit up so quickly. You're still a little, your squishy bits are still a little loose.
I have a way, but it might not work on you, Mr. Rakdos, because you're not from your home is not Ravnica, so it can get us out, but we'll have to figure out for you.
Yeah.
As all the hubbub is. Sorry, go ahead, Brian.
I was gonna say he was eating you, like as Asher says that to Rakdos.
and he kind of like puts a hand up to the side of his skull that was bashed in, and there was a hole that like Taz was trying to dig in and get to his brain, and he goes,
Oh, fuck.
Yes, it's a rather gruesome scar tissue that's formed. It's not perfect. I can fix it for you if you'd like.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. And then I'm gonna do this. Give me a second, and I'm gonna target him, and I'm gonna do this. Bop, bop, and minimum healing, but he gets 14 health back. I'm using a healer's kit charge on him.
I mean, that brings him to 15, which is 15 times what he had.
But yeah, as Clara's like humming to Aldrich starts to collect himself more, and he's like, "Please, please, please." As he sees like Tavros sitting on the thing, like, "Please don't go near, don't touch that, please."
I'm not making sure none of you do.
Okay, cool. It's good.
And for you, Aldrich, every time you like blink or close your eyes, the visions flash again, and you feel that like, once again, it wasn't quite words, but just these crashes of emotion and vision, like, continually course through your mind.
And Aldrich's like, he's trying to like think of anything but the vision. So he's like, "Oh, so what are we doing, guys? What's happening? What's going on? What's going on? What happens?" Kai, you're back.
Yes. I think we need to figure out how to get out of here. I don't know about the rest of you, but I don't exactly want to be here anymore.
We're working on it.
Aldrich decides to think of anything else, and he casts detect dots on himself to try to loot up some memory from Mr. Taz that he absorbed.
All right, give me an Arcana check, and because you're actually casting it, can you cast a spell on yourself right now?
If
What?
I'm using the crawl parasite.
Okay, then yes. Yeah, so with detect thoughts on yourself, give yourself advantage on this Arcana check. Actually, what is it that you're trying to figure out? Because that'll probably determine exactly what type of check.
A way out. Like, Mr. Taz opened up the portal before. Like, do I know?
Yep,
how
that's
he opened
Arcana.
the portal? Okay. So you said with advantage?
Yes, with advantage, because the magic you are using will help you parse through.
Nice.
It's a good thing you had that advantage.
Yeah, really.
Actually, 19 was the first die, but still. With a 21, you are able to start digging through this, like, muddled pile of memories. And you're able to find kind of two pieces of information related to this. One, that portal, any portal Taz has made, has only worked on other people. He has been only in this demiplane for at least a few hundred years. He has ways of communicating outside of it and teleporting other people in and out, but not himself. The second thing is he was using an augmented version of the spell demiplane. Basically, you're actually with over a 20, you're able to tell it was the spell demiplane, but specifically using one of the guild key runes as an arcane focus and material component in casting the spell.
One of the what?
The guild key runes. And as I said earlier, I do apologize. I do need to step away for a few minutes. So talk amongst yourselves. Have a good time.
This is where we cut to an ad break.
Woo-wee. This episode is sponsored by nobody because we don't have viewers. Goodbye.
This episode of D&D is sponsored by NordVPN.
Aldrich, how healthy is Aldrich looking?
He's looking not good.
Damn, if
Like
only
physically
somebody
or
could help you.
mentally?
Both.
Escher, could I have a word when you're finished with him?
I just point up at the Rakdos and go, I'm tending to a patient.
I said after.
No, I suppose he's stable now. And I just Escher leans into Tabra and goes, the scar is not going to go away.
At least you can't see it.
Don't tell him.
Yeah, well,
It's not bleeding anymore, though.
But, here, come with me for a moment.
Oh?
I still have that spell. Do you think...
Which one?
Do you think Aldrich should, take a break, take a nap?
If you're so inclined, I suppose that wouldn't be the worst idea. If you're willing to expend some of your arcane reserves, well, we can always do things the old-fashioned way.
What, beat him?
No, gods no! I'm from the Simic. We don't work the way you do. All I need is a table, a leather harness, some straps, a belt will do. Something
worse.
Something to put in his mouth. You'll want it, or he might bite his tongue off.
just
We're not barbarian.
yes, but I'm just saying I could do that. He just seemed fidgety and all kinds of wrong right now.
We'll save it as a last resort.
Yes.
How powerful is that magic?
5d8.
With the current state, as wounded as everybody is, I fear that may have a greater impact than you intend. After all, I think everybody's fairly exhausted.
Well,
I
I can
mean-
put it in a spot that would just hit him.
Like, I don't think this is going to heal properly. Oh, that's quite a bit of blood coming out of me. That's rather unpleasant. Travels.
You get used to it, Kai says with his feet, like, still covered in blood. Like, all the wounds have healed, but, like, there's still dried blood everywhere.
And then, like, looking around, seeing everyone hurt, Aldrich is going to upcast Healing Spirit at 4th level.
I feel like you could save that magic if you want.
I mean, I get.
Because I think we might be taking a rest soon, but hey, I'll take it if you got it. I've done better.
What's heroism do, Sabra?
I'm giving myself a single point of temporary HP.
Oh my god.
Does anyone else want a single point of temporary HP?
How many times
I
did you get?
love a point of temptation.
I mean, that would double my current health, though.
Yeah, I'll cast a Heroism on Kai for like a single turn. Get one HP.
I feel twice as strong, which is to say incredibly weak.
Anyone else want a single temp HP?
Yeah, you were and possibly are still dead. Do you want me to try and sew that up?
So, all of the wounds on my body that I just got, they're all sealed.
Huh. Your HP begs to differ.
Yeah, he's just
Right.
incredibly fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. If you have 1 health, you have at least 1 wound on you. I can fix that partially if you want.
So, here's the thing. Can you?
Yeah. You want me to? I mean, I can if you want, just to be safe.
Which-
Also, you get a temp HP.
Which spell is it?
Spell? What do you mean? I'm a doctor, I don't need
Which
spells.
which bacterial reflavoring is it?
None. None.
I think
Needle?
he's using
thread.
yeah.
I have healer's kits.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, the spell of I'm gonna stab you repeatedly with this, and then use this to pull the wound shut. I'm gonna use this to clean it out, and this to pick out the bits of you that aren't actually you.
Well, I think the line of what is and is not me is very blurred at this point.
No, but I can't. Well, you might be right. There is definitively a piece of broken scale that appears to be lodged in what I'm going to assume is one of your kidneys.
As I look down and just see, like, that. Alright,
I assume
you
this
may
is-
be correct.
I assume this is Merilathia's magic, but it appears her work is flawed.
Dragons may be powerful, but they are not.
There you go.
Perfect.
You also get 14 health back. Damn, these are some dog shit rolls I'm getting. That could have been 20. Well, I guess technically it could have been 19.
My question is, does that work on undead now?
We'll have to see.
Oh wait, hold on.
Clang, clingity clang, clang, cling clang.
Oh, hold on. You get one more. The formula is wrong. It shouldn't be plus 13. It's plus 14. I forgot to change it when we leveled
How
up.
do you have
So-
a plus 14?
As an action, you can spend 1 use of a healer's kit to tend to a creature and restore 1d6 plus 4 hit points to it, plus additional hit points equal to the creature's maximum number of hit dice. Wait, hold on. How many hit dice? Oh wait, that's gonna heal Rakdos so much more. I have that for us. Wait a minute.
Clara, what are you doing? Hitting on the what's called the cloning tubes.
I don't know. I just am trying to make a portal come out of it, I guess.
Oh,
It'd be pretty tough, considering Tavro cut it in half earlier.
What did I do? Hold on,
Okay,
what?
I'll try this one.
The cloning tubes, you cut it in half with your scythe.
Aldrich, you seem to have come
Yes,
to
I
your
did
senses
cut
a
all.
little
I
bit.
did cut all the clones into little bits. That's true.
Aldrich,
Lara's
would
trying
you-
to pull off the I'm helping look with her wrench.
You're literally an artificer. You know how to help, though. This is your job.
Yeah, but none of these are machines that open portals.
If
I'm
anybody
pretty
can
sure.
figure it out, it is you. Also, Aldrich, would you like me to at least stop your bleeding?
Please.
Okay, good. Don't worry, this might only hurt a little bit. Hey, you got a little bit more. You got 16. Holy crap, these are terrible. 6 spells. There you go.
Thank you.
I can't wait to tell Zach that Rakdos might actually get like 30 more health, possibly more.
Why?
Because the amount of health I heal is directly proportional to how many hit dice the creature I heal has. So it depends on whatever Rakdos' max hit dice are. And with how high his CR is, I'd wager it's somewhere between like 20 to 30. Actually, he might have like, yeah, probably around, if he's CR 25, he probably has around 25 hit dice. So instead of 10 health, yeah, I guess realistically that's only gonna add 15 more health to him. But still, he'll be more healed.
Wait, what does that?
My healer's kit.
Is that like your
Healer feet.
Oh, for the feet, okay.
Yup. It's like decent healing. The downside is I can only do that on every person once per day. So I have a little roll call that I have to keep track of everybody that has it until we take a long rest.
Did you get me in the battle?
No, I actually don't think I did. Because aren't you still at 1 health?
No, I was at 22
I don't have you. You're not on the list.
when I healed.
Huh. Sure, you got you got any crazy glue? I think this is a horn. Am I targeting you? Yeah, I am. Here you go, pal. Rest easy. You did. You were strong. God damn, another 16. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't think I went down that whole battle.
Also,
No,
I
you-
want everyone
you
to
made it
appreciate the terrible name that Zach gave my new melee attack.
Damn, that's clever. That's clever. Holy shit, and it's literally because you're a class.
And Merolathia, yeah.
Wow. That is exceptionally clever. That I'm actually pretty impressed by that. I will forfeit an inspiration to Zach. He can give any monster advantage on any roll whenever he wants.
What? Why?
Because that's clever, and I am in no power to give him inspiration, so I will give him inverse inspiration. For how clever that is. I will award it to him.
Back in a second.
Clara, I don't remember. Do you have a device that can make spells happen, or am I wrong?
Oh yeah, this fancy gizmo as she shakes her arm.
What's the limits of that?
Careful.
What can it only be spells that you can cast?
It's my artificer spells. So if I have a spell that artificers can do, then I can try to do it on here, but there's always a chance it might not work.
Oh, I'm not familiar with artificer spells, but looking through his memories, he cast the demiplane spell, so I'm not sure what to do with that. Mr. Taz connected this demiplane to Ravnica through the demiplane spell, and I don't know if you're able to cast that or not.
Let me see. And she looks through some catalog on her apparatus and is like, well, doesn't look like I know that one.
Justin, I got some bad news for you.
What?
That is not accessible to anybody in this party.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm the most class guys.
The penalties of not having a wizard.
Somebody should multi-class into it.
Okay. Lizzie, what the fuck?
You just do your knight in the other. No, okay.
I had to see it, so now you all have to see it.
Why? I don't.
We really don't all have to see it.
I did not need to see cheeseburger buttholes.
No, there's a band name.
Justin!
Okay, you know what? I do have the power to delete somebody else's messages. Good. Oh wait, better. I can report that message.
Who are you
Hey,
reporting
reporter.
that to?
I don't know.
I feel like it would be me, if anything, but I've never. Unless nobody's ever reported it. But.
Let's
Mods,
see.
get this guy. Send him to the Shadow Realm.
Wait. Report message. Please select the option that best describes the problem. Something else.
It's something else, alright.
Man, Demiplane's a high-level spell.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. High enough to be irrelevant to us.
Oh boy, how did we get out of a demiplane?
That's the neat part.
I'm hoping the god I brought back to life can figure it out.
He was the one that was scared of getting trapped in here before.
Well,
I think we take a rest here before we do anything.
Does Tavo need his sleepy eepies?
little man is EV.
Yeah,
You
I'll
need
need
more
that.
EPs. Then what about it?
I don't have any rages left. I'm
Oh
all
no,
top
he's a
now.
tired little man.
All
Does our
tired.
cow need his milkies?
No, don't say that.
Milky.
Yeah, Tavro, I might have come to a revelation.
Yeah.
I might be in agreement with you. Perhaps we do. My colony has started reactivating some of my neurons, and this is unpleasant.
She's doing it. She's
I-
doing it.
I can feel my skin again, and I really wish I didn't.
Yeah.
Why does it feel like I have a sunburn over my whole body?
Probably because we were burnt to a crisp. My eyes still hurt.
I'm back.
He's back.
He's back.
Zach, now that you're back, you can take your inspiration.
Oh, can you also take Kai off my available characters?
Oh yeah. What do I need inspiration for?
Oh, I'm saying that I'm giving you a player inspiration because I saw the name you gave Kai's abilities, and that is arguably the most clever naming convention I've ever seen in a D&D game. So I said you get an inverse inspiration. You can give any entity one free fucking advantage, as if you couldn't already.
That's the secret. I can do that whenever I want.
He can be inspired if he feels like it.
Yeah, but now you can do it and say it's my fault.
True.
What's that? Kai's dead because of this advantage? Got a crit? Sorry. Vinny demanded it.
Yep.
But yeah, Madison's mom is watching Casey while I'm at the wedding for the next few days, so she was coming to pick him up, and it just took a few minutes longer than I thought.
Zach, quick question before we actually start playing again. Do we still have any of the Crypt of Key keys?
No, they all disappeared when the crypt disappeared.
I figured. I just wanted to ask before I take them out of my...
That's a good point. I was about to say, we can use the golden key to get out!
Yes, you can use that to teleport into the non-existent room.
You use it, we just disappear and reappear right next to Rakdos. Ah, shit.
Do you guys have any more of Mr. Taz's key coins?
I do.
Looks like you guys did some healing.
Yeah, I stitched some people up, and I rolled a d6 and I got a 1 or a 2 on either of them. All of them, sorry. Also, Zach, before I forget, I don't think it's going to be super relevant, but I think Rakdos is going to get a little bit more health back.
Why is that?
When I heal him, I heal for 1d6 plus 4 plus additional hit points equal to his maximum number of hit dice.
Oh, it's his, not yours.
Yeah, so it's 5 plus however many hit dice he has. That's how much.
Okay, so that's an additional 11. Because he is CR 25.
Do you have 25 hit dice?
I'm just going to go with it heals his CR because he doesn't have any hit dice.
Technically all monsters do.
I know they do, but I didn't write it down or anything, and I'm just going to give him his CR, which is higher than he would have gotten anyway, so take it.
So DM, Clara figured out the riddle. She's gonna use this apparatus over here, and she's gonna use her wrench to fix it and open the portal.
You know, no, the answer to the riddle is, Lizzie, because of what you posted in the memes channel, we're not friends anymore.
Clara's dead. How'd that happen?
Yeah. Oh, you mean that splatter where there's now a boulder?
So sorry, what are you using on your tools? Your tools on?
She did it!
You take out a hammer and you smack the boulder, and there's like a little spark, and you're like, fuck, we just need a bunch more of those, and that's a portal.
No, see, she was over here playing with all the machinery, trying to fix them. She didn't.
Yeah, no, that cloning tank is fucked because Tavro cleaved it in half, and there's just little bits and pieces of corpses that are kind of just there.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me, out of character. Connor, last session you said something about his soul that you wanted.
Oh yeah, I was gonna go get that, but first I was gonna quickly open this desk to see if there was any stuff.
All right. Yeah, give me an investigation check. You start like digging around on it. There's some things that he was working on right before you guys showed up that are still on top of the desk, but inside the desk, like the desk is massive and it's basically just one large drawer, and there is not a tumble, you know, like the locks that's like a cipher, like it's a bunch of letters that you can spin to open it up. There is a 5 like a 5-letter digit combo lock on there, and it's just set to 00000 right now. And surprisingly, it does not budge when you leave it on 00000.
Try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Fuck! I was gonna make you roll for that, but you just got it right away. No, it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 either.
Try Clara.
That
They're
is
numbers.
Well, yeah.
No,
but
it's alphanumeric.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's easy. Mr. Taz.
You right. Fuck, you right.
Are you gonna put in Mr. Taz?
Fuck it, sure.
You put in MRTAZ, and it kind of flashes, and you feel a click.
What?
we got 3 wrong. It just erased the inside of the box.
You gonna open it?
I'm gonna push it like 5 feet away from me, and then I'm gonna pull out my Twilight Glaive. I'm just gonna try to pry it open from far away. Exactly 10 feet away.
You're able to do it from 10 feet away?
Well, it's a Twilight Glaive, so it has reach.
Yep, okay. So, because you were able to do it from 10 feet away, in the 5-foot space in between you and the box, as you and the desk, as you open the door, pulling it with the edge of the tip of the blade, you see a glyph shining on the inside before it detonates, and a like blue-purple light surrounds the 5-foot square right in front of you, but you are able to avoid any of the effects until it fades after a few seconds.
You did it.
Oh, good job, Mr. Fox.
I am the most intelligent person on this party, it is known.
But now you see that once the light fades, a piece of parchment kind of slides out, kind of like almost like a receipt machine. It just slides out, plops onto the ground in front of you, and then the desk closes itself back up, seals itself again, and resets to 00000.
A receipt machine? You mean like a fax machine? As I go and grab it.
And it just reads, "Did you really think I'd be so fucking dumb as to have my alias be the key to my chest? Do better. Be better."
I'm just gonna, before anyone sees it, just toss in the lava and say, no one needs to know that eldritch knowledge. It's better if it dies with me.
Aha.
So anyway, I have a task to do, so you guys can figure that out. I'm just gonna come over here and do something. Okay, don't mind me.
I know what you really found in there.
And you're doing this on
Mr. Taz.
Okay, so-
Wait. What are you doing with that? What are you doing with that corpse?
I'm making sure he can't revive.
I think Aldrich ate him.
Yeah, you begin to do it, and you're able to start extracting it out, and you do end up creating a soul coin. That being said, actually, this is the first time you've done this spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you make a soul coin out of Taz. There's lots of feelings that go along with it, but you have nothing to compare them to because this is the first time you've ever done the spell.
Does it feel like he's sad?
It feels very emotionless. Usually when you either bind or summon some sort of indentured spirit, like there's an emotion of either guilt or longing or regret, something that is like tied to bind them. This is distinctly lacking any of that emotional connection that you're used to pulling on when creating undead.
I think Mr. Taz was an abomination. That doesn't feel emotions.
You didn't want to practice that first before you did that?
It worked.
How do you know?
But yeah,
Just flick the soul coin up.
you can add a soul coin for Taz to your inventory.
Heyo.
Forgive my lack of knowledge, but what is that?
His soul.
How very fox-like to put it in a coin.
It is.
This is standard tender.
I think I use a different bank than you.
Yorzov owns all the banks of Ravnica.
Hell yeah.
That being said, are you done with this?
Yeah, I suppose we can push him off the edge.
Oh, actually, I would like the rest if you're done with it.
I got all the useful bits.
Excellent. Oh, I can't move the token.
I mean, you can drag it. Like, I'll just bring it behind you.
Wonderful. Before we get started with this, I'm just gonna go over here and be like, I just want to check in with Rakdos and tell him, so, as the greatest work of my scientific achievement, I just want to check in. How are you feeling?
Like shit.
Typical, but you're alive.
Yes. And as I said previously, I owe you a debt for that.
While I am quite familiar with how the with how, I guess that's not how you say it, with how your followers and presumably how you tend to operate in situations like this, I will inform you. It's only a part of the job. You owe me nothing.
Very well. I owe you nothing.
And he looks kind of smug as he says that.
However, 50% of the effort is on Clara, so you may want to discuss with her as well. She may not be as Hippocratic as I am.
Understood. I owe her a debt as much as I did you.
And he kind of pats Rakdos on the leg and he says, "Continue not being a right asshole, and I will consider that equal payment."
Hey guys, the desk has a lock on it. Someone want to put a password?
Did you try password?
It's 4 digits.
5
Did you
digits.
try-
5
So-
digits.
Did you try Miss Taz?
It's also worth noting, as you were spinning it around earlier, it starts with the common letter set and number set. If you keep going, the characters change. It's not just the 26 common characters and then 0 through 10 or 0 through 9. It is all of the common letters, like the 26 English letters, and then 0 through 9, and then all of the dwarven runes, all of the elvish runes, all of the giant runes. It seems like every normally accessible language is somewhere on here.
Oh my gosh, guys, this is gonna take
Aldrich.
forever.
Aldrich still has to detect thoughts up on himself. Can you look for a password in his memory?
Give me a... this is pure memory. I would say give me a history check. And since you still have detect thoughts up, with advantage.
Clara's gonna start with 00001.
Damn, another 19. 0001 doesn't do anything.
And then 00002.
Okay, what is the combinatorics of 5 with about 800 possibilities for each of the letters?
Yeah, Clara's just gonna start going.
Over 8 hours.
I'll be occupied for a little bit.
I'm pretty
just,
sure
like,
that would take like a
ticking it.
super. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that would take a supercomputer like a few years.
Wait,
Yeah, she's just gonna keep ticking it.
Fox, I've just had an idea.
Yes.
The lock on that desk. Is there any way we can get like a small portable one? Just a lock.
Like an arcane lock?
No, whatever that combination, that little wheel thing that it has, the 5 spinners. Is there a way we can get a small one to carry with us?
Like a personal lock?
Yes. Look how occupied it's keeping her.
Aldrich, you are able to sift through some of the memories, and with a 25, you're actually able to get quite a bit of information. The DC was a 10, with each 5 above gets you a little bit more information. There are dozens of combinations that will all lead to a result. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. You already found Mr. Taz, which was you're able to kind of sift through and realize that was a feeble mind spell that Fox avoided. Some of these are quite dangerously trapped. But also basically everything Taz has ever had is behind one of these combinations, as well as dozens and dozens of pre-rendered glyphs of warding that when you open them could have different effects. And because you're focusing on like trying to get out of here, there is at least one for each of the guild halls to be able to use a combination that will open a teleportation circle to each of the... And you're actually able to fully tell 10 guild halls. It includes the now defunct Demir Guild Hall, as well as the Chamber of the Guild Pact. And
I was going to ask if it included Demir.
yes, as well as many other locations, but those are kind of the 11 that stick out as you're pulling through this. And with a 25, I will let you choose if there is one thing you would like to focus on and see if you can get a clue for like a specific spell effect or artifact or like anything. What is one thing that you would like to focus on to try and pull a memory of what combination it might be behind? And I'll give a hint towards what that combo is.
Oh my god, it's so open-ended.
He's the most prolific information and artifact broker in all of Ravnica for the last 2,000 years. It's open-ended because basically anything can be found in this desk.
Gotcha.
So, just while he's trying to figure that out, I just want kind of just a clarification. So the desk is almost works like a little like demiplane sort, or like there's like multiple little the drawer is like a demiplane, and the combination basically just determines which one opens.
That is one way to think of it. Yeah.
Is that kind of how it works?
Yeah. It's not actually a demiplane, but it's functionally the same, yeah.
Like, the lock isn't actually a lock, it's a directory.
Exactly. Think of it more as like a library lookup.
And does Aldrich share any of this information with us?
Like he's like slowly like talking, like you hear him muttering it through, like as he's thinking back. So like you hear him talking to himself about it.
Probably warn Clara if she's about to set off some kind of trap.
Aldrich,
No! 0012 is trash!
I'll be straight up. If you are taking a few seconds to just knock up the last digit by 1, it'll be a while before you hit anything that reacts at all, let alone good or dangerous.
Perfect.
Just let me know when Clara gets to 00069.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Aldrich,
the thing that's on Aldrich's mind the most right now is stopping whatever his visions from happening.
Okay.
Something that was like deeply on his mind.
Give me 1 second.
I imagine what's happening to Aldrich right now is like in the fourth Indiana Jones movie when he just learns all knowledge at once and just can't handle it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was doing a Jimmy Neutron brain blast. Hey, Fox, while Aldrich is there pondering over thoughts that aren't his, I just realized something.
Yes.
Doesn't Demir have 5 letters?
What are you looking to find by looking that up?
Information? The whole reason we usually come here?
All right, Aldrich, I sent you a code.
Well, here's the thing. It could also, like, the one for Demir might also be, like, Demir in a different script.
There's
And then-
that, and this is whatever Taz thinks Demir means, not
Th-
really what they do.
No, but I'd be curious to see what he knows about them, because that could open up, like...
What?
Put in the combination. Money.
No.
Go, stop him! Stop him! Go get him! No, Tara's drinking water!
So as Aldrich walks up to Fox, he's gonna cast what's it called? Encode thoughts and like, give the memory of the what's it called? The combos for the guilds to Fox and hand it to him in his hand.
So you don't get the combos for the guilds. You know that there are combos for the guilds.
Oh, my bad.
If you would like to change what you asked for to one of those, you can, because clearly you misunderstood. You know that those are examples of what is behind this. If you want to focus in on one of those to get your answer, you can, or you can take what you asked for originally.
Justin, I say go with your gut. I think we can figure out these combos.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's gonna keep what he took.
Fix
Okay.
yourself, buddy. It's what you wanted.
It's what your character would do.
Aldrich's gonna walk up and like, sorry, Clara, can I see something real quick?
Yeah.
And I speak Elvish, so I put in the combo in Elvish.
Okay, as you are standing in front of the chest and you put in the elven word for blank, you hear a click and the door opens and another burst of kind of like purple blue light comes out. You are now under the effects of a mind blank spell, and the visions recede from you.
That doesn't make him stupid, right?
No, mind blank is the most powerful mental protection spell in the game.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I
Like,
was worried he
ev-
was just gonna be, like, a brick.
No, it's an 8th level spell, and it is immune to psychic damage, any effect that would sense its emotions or read its thoughts, divination spells, charmed condition, and the wish spell.
Damn.
It is the most powerful mental protection spell in base D&D. You are under the effects of that for 24 hours.
Damn.
It's not what I meant when I was saying like stop. I didn't mean to stop the visions, but I meant to like stop the events that he saw in the visions from happening.
Oh,
Yeah.
we can adjust if you would like, but that is a bit more open-ended. So it will be more of giving you some avenues to go down as opposed to just open the box with a code and the rest of this campaign is solved.
Yeah. Because he was like, he's terrified of what happens there.
Okay, actually, then give me a second. I will get that for you.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Chavo, no smashing the lockbox.
Oh. Fine, if you need me, I'll be taking a nap on the table over here.
Ooh, wait, can we try the combination smash?
I do have I think I have an idea though. I have another thing that I wanted to do, which is going to take some time, but I think I do have an idea.
Are you guys lining up to try it?
No, I'm coming to tell
Everyone get in a queue, nice and orderly for your word.
I'm coming to tell Fox my idea because I'm a smart little man and Escher's good at puzzles.
What's your idea?
Well, it depends. Are we still trying to get to the Orzhov for you?
Yes.
I think I might know how to do it.
How?
Think about it. It was programmed by Taz, so the code to get to this teleportation circle that connects to the Orzhov probably relates to his interactions with the Orzhov and his view of them. So, Fox, I ask you, does the Orzhov Syndicate have any other names?
Well,
It's your guild. You should know this.
let me open up.
Because at least in the Simic, we sometimes refer to the Orzhov by a different name that I totally didn't find online to make sure that I wasn't wrong about this. Because I'm not. But it's probably more of a, I don't know how the Orzhov see it, but some outsiders tend to refer to the Orzhov as the Church of Deals, because making deals and contracts is your business, correct?
Yes.
Deals is 5 letters.
Wait, but what about ghosts? Because they make ghost people. Woo!
We are ruled by the Ghost Council.
Is that public knowledge?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, the Obzadot is the guild leader. It's just as well known as any other guild leader. It is a council of 5 ghosts.
Okay. Well, that is true. I still think we have to consider what Taz would see the value in of the Orzhov. And Taz, being a broker, would probably be most interested in their deal-making capacities.
Worth a shot? Put it in.
Go for it.
Well, perhaps we wait until we're ready to leave for that one.
I am ready right now.
Are we not ready to leave? Oh, we should actually rest.
I have some things I'd like to do first. Also, I have a patient I need to keep my eye on.
Also, I got too angry today and I can't do it anymore.
Well, you can join me then when you're ready, as I will put in deals into the dial.
As Fox, maybe do it with a mage hand or something.
I can do it. Step back.
Are we resting first?
No, I think we're just gonna see what happens.
Clara would like to use Mage Hand once everyone is away from the desk to put deals.
In what language?
Celestial. I will guide her.
He will guide me.
A modern Celestial or old Celestial?
Modern.
Okay. Sorry, need to check my...
Do you really have just a Google Doc of all the different words and things that could happen?
Of course not. I'm tracking in an AutoGM. Okay. You are able to put in deals in Celestial. And there is a click. And as it opens, actually pretty fucking large, a bundle of parchment in like a scroll case. The thing opens up. it falls out onto the ground, and then the desk seals itself back up and resets to zeros. But there is now a scroll case larger than the one that Fox already has, and you're able to see, instead of like one large scroll, budging out of the top is like dozens of rolled up parchment parcels.
You son of a bitch, you pulled out all his receipts!
Here you go.
You picked the language.
Bigger than my own! I'm just gonna start going through the scroll case as I now have 2 scroll cases as I'm just slinging it over my shoulder.
Are there any other languages yours have used frequently?
Traditional Celestial, maybe?
No. Traditional Celestial has been almost all but stamped out, and it is illegal to know.
So we use simplified modern Celestial,
Have you tried common?
The only reason you even know much about the old Celestial is because you have a different scroll case written in it.
how about ghosts in ghost in Celestial?
So can we retcon?
Yes,
thing that
you
I
can
was
change your
asking
mind
for?
blank to this other thing because I misunderstood what you were asking for.
Yeah, so he puts it in.
You feel that sense of security you had in your mind fade away as if it was just a dream of something. Actually, that's exactly what happens. Like, you had that idea and you felt that you could have gone out and grasped it and been free of these visions, but you decided to instead try and get to the source of them. So that feeling of protection fades as you instead find this other ciphered word. And are you going to go and put it in?
Yeah.
Okay. This is not something you can have Clara Mage Hand because of the specific language that you are using. It is impossible for you, without understanding the language, to guide her. There's hundreds and hundreds of options for each letter. If you can say Elvish, like, it reacts to your thoughts. So you can have it just switch to Elvish and then start putting things in. If you're going to do a language you don't know or understand, you'll have to do it yourself for the chest to react.
Okay, and so I wouldn't be able to mage hand either then.
Oh, if you mage hand, it's fine. You just can't have Clara do it for you.
Okay, then yeah, I mage hand it. So I'm like here, so I can see it, like behind his chair, and just.
All right. You do that, and I need to get a quick piece of art for you to send over. But a golden medallion with the symbols of the 10 guilds, as well as like kind of surrounding a central piece. It almost looks, you know, I'll give you the base symbols because I don't remember where my fancy version of this is. Come on, computer. There we, you know what? This is in front of everybody, so everybody can see it. A sigil of the Guild Pact in pure gold is revealed.
Oh, that feels important. What you got there?
We Arcana check that. Figure what is that?
Huh?
So what does that mean? I guess.
So it's just a sigil, like a floating sigil.
No, like it is. This sigil is carved into pure gold. Like it is a gold.
Okay.
It's about the size of. It's like about the width of like a large salad bowl, like a bowl for mixing the salad, not necessarily for eating out of. You know, I wish I could come up with a better imagery for how large this is, but I had a salad for dinner, and that's just what's on my mind. Yeah, so it's like It's large enough where it kind of takes both hands, especially because it's made of pure gold. It's heavy, but it is intricately carved, and
It's like a disc.
yeah, it's like a disc. It's about 4 or 5 inches thick, but flat.
I was gonna say, it sounds like what you're trying to say. It's like the size of like a steering wheel.
Yes, yeah, about the size of a steering wheel, but flat, and about
Okay.
4 or 5 inches thick, pure gold.
And he like holds it like this.
Gotcha,
has to be
gotcha.
important.
What you got there, pal?
And at this point is when Rakdos runs over and goes,
Don't touch that!
Hey, slow down. You're gonna reopen those wounds. I just sewed those up, and your skin is way thicker than theirs.
Why not Rakdos?
Get back here, you.
Just wait.
and he is going to like, because it popped out onto the ground like everything else before it. And he's being very careful to not touch it as he is like looking over it as closely as he can. And he is going to make a check. With advantage.
I thought he...
Actually, this should have been investigation, but it's the same bonus, so that's fine.
This is one of the original Guild Pact seals.
Wait, like, you mean... When you say one of the originals, did you elaborate exactly what you mean by that?
When the Guild Pact was formed, 11 seals were made. One for each guild, and one to bind them all. This is one of those originals.
So, would you say that makes us the Lord of the Guilds or something? I don't know, just...
No, that would be dumb as fuck. You're not the lord of anything.
Which one is that?
And you see as he like very gingerly puts out a hand and touches the sigil of the Rakdos on it, and it begins to glow, like that specific sigil. It goes to the center, and you see that kind of like the sun, the circle, and the moon symbol in the center, they shift where the moon becomes a full moon instead of a crescent, and it completely eclipses the sun. And then the Rakdos symbol stops glowing, and the Demir symbol starts to glow.
Oh.
The heck?
When the Demir fell, this Taz person took the sigil.
How would he have gotten it if it's that important?
I don't know. He shouldn't have been able to take it. He should have... Let me think.
Wait,
So,
the leader of the Demir was Zadok, right?
Yes,
he was a
Zadok was the
murderer.
Perun of the Demir.
how do you spell that?
No.
The name?
but- And do we think that maybe Taz is Zadok? Because I remember him flashing fangs at me earlier in the fight.
Where is the corpse?
Oh, fun fact about that. Yeah, I had Talbot bring it over there. I was about to do an autopsy to try to figure out exactly what he is, but if you'd like, you can sit in on it.
All of the Peruns are magically branded. If this was Zadok, I can tell before you destroy the body.
Oh, I didn't plan on destroying anything. I'm rather good at my job. If there is a brand on him anywhere, I'll find it.
It will be easier if I check before you do your experiments.
Then let us check together then.
And he starts like heading over, and he points back at Aldrich and goes,
Don't touch that, you'll die.
Hey Kai, I got a job for you.
Tavro! Oh, Tavro!
Yes.
Prep the operating table, please.
I already
but
did. I put him on top.
yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Rakdos comes over, and you see as he holds out a hand, and like it starts to, the same hand that he used to touch the sigil of the Guild Pact, it starts to glow, and you see the symbol of the Rakdos begin to glow on it, and he holds it over Lazav's Taz's corpse, and he like kind of goes over it and pulses a few times, and he goes,
He is not branded. He should not have been able to take this. This is not Zodic.
Would he have taken it while he was in the form of the other Peruns?
Perhaps, if he truly became them, not just a facsimile of them, that could have gotten around the magic.
If I could take a guess, I think he ate the other Peruns like he was trying to do to you, or at least their brains.
What the fuck? He was gonna eat my brain?
Yeah.
You had a large
It seemed like it. We stopped him, but
This motherfucker.
Well,
and
Mr.
you see
Mr.
as he like
Grandpa-
kind of closes his eyes, and you actually see, you don't need an insight check or anything, you see a moment of mourning over him.
Mr. Grandpa? Does she have his attention?
Yeah, he like opens back his eyes and he goes,
Yes, little one.
Well, so where do all these sigil thingies go? Because if the Peruns die, then where do they go after?
Each Perun should have had their sigil. When they named a successor, they could pass their brand on. I don't know what has come of the other sigils, but now that at least one has been lost, I worry for the others.
But what? How do they carry him on? They have to give him to someone?
Yes, it is a passing. You may pass your brand on to a successor. It is a ritual.
Well, maybe he got past it.
If he was, I would have detected it. They respond to each other.
are all the sigil stones meant to be kept at the guild halls?
The 11 sigils are what maintain the Guild Pact.
Maintain the... I'm sorry, I'm not a guild person like the rest of you, but we need to maintain the Guild Pact. I understand this now, but what is the Guild Pact? I haven't really paid attention to guild politics.
The politics was a way of getting the citizens of Ravnica to agree and to be able to maintain it. But the Guild Pact itself is the magic binding our plane, sealing us off from would-be invaders, from the old gods, from the planeswalkers.
And as Aldrich hears that, he looks at the blade that's on the floor, and he's like, "That explains stuff." And he's like, "Guys, you come here real quick." As he like encode dots and takes out a strand of his memory from the time that he was teleported. And
What does it say?
Yeah, Aldrich,
do I
how do you express this? I'm curious.
Pass the noodle around.
do I even want? I'm considering, do I even want to encode thoughts? Just because like I've been getting these visions and they're getting the memory of that was so traumatic to me.
It just starts as a trigger warning.
I mean, if you're that concerned, I think I have a bit of mental fortitude. I can give it a shot, and if I lose my mind, well, I have backups.
Okay, I feel like are you sure about this?
Well, if something happens to my mind, I'm sure one of the other billions that inhabit my body will take over, so why not?
Okay. As Aldrich passes the memory strand to Vinny, I'm gonna do the quick, simple, and
Is there a way to just share a snippet of Discord messages?
I'm just screen capping.
Control C.
Control V.
Oh, I like the way
second.
Katie's thinking.
Yeah, but then you'll miss all of the artwork and stuff that I sent.
I'm sending them.
Okay.
Okay.
You got it.
Vinny?
You know, yeah, you're the one sharing the memory, so it also makes sense that you'd be the one to... That way you can only share the parts that you decide to.
You shared a lot! Jesus! That's 9 images of text!
Wait, where is it?
He sent it to me!
Oh god, he's losing his mind!
Oh, okay,
And you know what? I tried not to send him the images, because that's what, you know, screw it. Give him everything. He said he got it.
Alright,
And you've got keen mind, Escher, so this is permanently burned into your brain.
Yeah, which I'm hoping, that's also why I was like, I might have the mental fortitude to not lose my mind over this. I can compartmentalize pretty well.
I will need a wisdom saving throw from you.
I'm also extraordinarily good at this.
That's fine. Like,
Don't get too cocky. Oh, that bounced on a 2.
The DC was 20. You are not magically feared. You are able to compartmentalize this enough where it does not create a new trauma for you. Because you are basically experiencing this the way Aldrich did. Because it's a shared memory.
This might take me a little while to...
Yeah, what does everybody else want to do while Vinny catches up on like 3 days worth of messages back and forth?
Yeah, I'd like to ask the Perun something.
I guess I can also give you a live feed of my memory, of these memories if you want, since I can...
You give us a synopsis when you're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it, chosen of Korgeth?
Yes, that's actually what I was going to ask you about. You seemed to know when we fought your avatar that I was of Korgath, and I was wondering what you might know about him.
Well, I know you're wearing his mask.
Yes, which, funnily enough, Mr. Taz had given me.
Interesting.
Yes, he offered us all artifacts, which I don't know how he got them, but...
can't read some of these words.
Korgoth was another entity of the Twilight Domain. Each of the domains had one remnant that survived the Guild Pact. I was the winner of the Twilight. The all-devouring worm was sealed. Now that the Guild Pact seems to be weakening, it seems a new avatar has been chosen in you.
I see.
At least you are one. I assume not many clerics of the devouring worm exist yet.
I've heard of only one other, and one who had previously been, but not anymore.
Yes, with the apparent recency of the Guild Pact's deterioration. That makes sense, but more will pop up soon. As will followers of the other domains. Ilhard and Ansrag will return as well.
So, Rakdos, speaking of the Guild Pact, things sealed away, all of that. Now that you're unleashed, I imagine that you're not the only thing that we have to worry about. In fact, well, that's a rhetorical statement. Do you know if Niv-Mizzet happened to be one of those powers sealed away?
Niv-Mizzet was Perun of the Izzet. Is he still alive?
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the current guild
Okay.
leader of the Izzet.
Okay.
Do you answer him?
So, yeah, he is still alive. And I know he's been trying to get more power, just as the rest of the other guilds all want to do. Do we have to worry about him? Looking down, like, at the scales on my body, I find myself worrying about his existence more and more.
And he kind of looks down at the scales that are appearing on you, and he recalls you summoning Merolathia, and he goes,
So he succeeded in his genocide then.
Nearly. Not completely. But, for all intents and purposes, yes. There are a few of us avatars left, but I imagine that was not something that was intentional on his part.
If you meet him with me, he will be an ally. If Niv-Mizzet does not know about the return of the old gods and the weakening of the Guild Pact and you make yourself known, you will be dealt with to prevent the knowledge getting out.
Interesting. Good to know, I guess. Guess it's a good thing that we brought you back. I don't know how we were going to proceed, but I imagine it would end up quite like, well, me.
The firstborn of Bolus was an ally in sealing the Guild Pact. It was his mindset that we needed to destroy all who had knowledge of it to prevent it from being undone. You cannot worship that which you do not know exists.
Okay, not gonna lie, some of the words come through a little muddled because of the voice effect.
Oh shit. He basically said, like, Niv Mizzet was of the mindset that he needed to annihilate everyone who knew of the old gods because you cannot worship that which you do not know exists.
Interesting. Alright, I'll step back.
Zach, quick question for you.
Yep.
How close can I get to the pit of lava without falling in? Is here okay?
Yeah, that's like right on the edge.
Okay. In that case, Asher's gonna go right about there, go to his knees, and go. Well. That's
Yeah, that's fair.
Colony that didn't want to be with me anymore. Understandable.
That is a valid reaction.
Any more if you want to leave? Now is your. Oh God. Okay, a few more of them wanted to go.
Yeah, sure, I'll go.
Well, it's always a wonderful sign when I'd say about a quarter of the colony within my body just shows death over what I just saw. And who am I to take that from them?
So what'd you see, Mr. Usher?
Hold on, give it a moment. I think we're good. Don't let that happen again.
And Justin did put it in the general chat if anybody wants to be the next one to take a little ride on the memory train.
Jesus Christ. I'm sitting here reading all these things. Well, first of all, where is that sword?
It's on the floor underneath the table.
Good. Well, luckily Aldrich is the one that engaged in this, for I have faith in the mental fortitude of his dissociative state. If any of the rest of you touch that sword, let it be known I will do my best to sever your consciousness from your physical body. And I don't mean for that to come across as a threat. That is a protection for you. Also, that being said, where is Rakdos? I'd like to have a word with him.
How can you miss him?
Oh, yes, there he is!
He's 20 feet by 20 feet.
Where is Rakdos? For I much desire to speak with him.
What is it, Doctor?
Oh, it sounds so much more impressive coming from you. Keep it up. Question for you. Why was the guild pack formed? You were there, I assume you know.
Oh, wait.
To seal away the old gods, to stop the invasion of our plane.
What kind of old gods would you say, and what would this invasion entail?
The same thing that happened to Mirrodin. All would be consumed.
Interesting. Well, that being said, does the term phyreses mean anything to you, or a progress engine?
Phyresis.
Can any of us do a history or an arcana on that word?
Phyresis, progress engine, does any of that ring a bell to an entity as old as you
are? So actually, everyone gets an immediate ping of memory because, happened about a day ago. While Clara was talking to Zansha at the end of the Crypt of Keys, most of you went into exploring, and you went into a side room with a projector playing a instructional video that was basically an HR onboarding video that said,
that.
So, you've contracted phyresis. What's next for you?
Wasn't that like 2 hours ago?
Actually, yeah, that wasn't even a full day ago.
Oh my god.
Then in that case, I would ask him what does he know about phyresis exactly?
Where did you hear that word?
You just saw me put the glowing noodle in my head. And I point to Aldrich and say, He's the one that heard it.
Fuck. Yeah, and if miss, it's gonna kill you all.
Oh no.
Already has.
I don't know that Niv Mizzet is the death I'm worried about. At least
For
his
what
will be
it's worth,
quick.
That wasn't the first time we heard that word. We actually heard it from your guild within the Crypt of Keys.
Who knew that word?
Presumably anybody that finished the crypt, and I just kind of explained to him, like, the video, I guess, that they played for us. Were you unaware of that?
It was with Sancha.
Yes, Sancha.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
What?
That's not good.
She was the nice lady at the end of the crypt. She said I did the right thing by helping you out.
I'm sorry,
God,
but
I fucking knew it.
didn't we know she came from a different plane,
Yes.
and the guild pack was created to seal away dangers from eldritch beings, which I'm assuming are from other planes, because all the other planes were sealed off from Ravnica, and we just unleashed a being from another plane that was sealed in the crypt.
Brain blast.
But she was
Claire,
so
come here.
nice to me.
Carl, come here. Come here, child.
What?
Empty your pockets.
Okay, and
Everything,
she just
empty your
started
pockets.
throwing shit on the floor. There's just like crumpled up granola bars, some fireworks,
No.
some rebar, a worm
How do you fit this in your pockets?
Well, she has a pack.
Some roast beef, some chicken, a
You fit
pizza.
this in your pack. This is concrete. Why do you have a chunk of concrete? Yeah, never mind.
There's just a heart.
Does she have the vials of like that miracle cure that Sancha gave her?
She does have a vial of that, yes.
I grab that and I show it to Rakdos and I say, "What is this?"
Throw it into the lava!
He throws it. Asher throws it into the lava.
Wait, no, that's supposed to help.
No, it isn't. It is not supposed to help.
The nice lady said it would help.
She was wrong, or she lied. I'm not really sure which one. But
Did
one of
it
those
get
two.
on any of you?
No, I don't think it did. Actually.
I drank a shot of it.
No, you didn't.
Smite.
You see as
Well, we
Rakdos
found out
turns
I
to you, Fox, and goes,
You drink it?
No, I didn't. But the look on your face.
Asher was getting ready.
you see as he is holding his scythe, and he is like, he is 50-50 on whether to just try and cut you down.
I turn back to Rakdos and I say, perhaps a change in agreement. Remember how I said that you don't owe me anything? Perhaps your payment could be helping us deal with this.
Yeah, no shit I'm gonna deal with this. I fucking gave up 2,000 years of my life for it.
Wonderful! Excellent! This is delightful news.
Wait, what is it?
To get everyone on the same page, are we assuming that that vial was actually going to turn people into Phyrexians?
What's a Phyrex? Wait, what?
So
what's a
you
Phyrex?
do know that word.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, again, it was on the instructional video at the end of your crypt.
Well, wait, Zach, can you just, what exactly did that thing at the end say?
Let me check my notes because I did actually have it written down.
Yeah. Because I would have memory of this. I could recite the entire script if somebody wants. Asher can just spout it out right now.
Only if you do it in your best Cave Johnson impression.
Oh yeah, he could. He could do it.
So specifically, the wording on the intro that you watched was living with Phyresis, the path to completion and the evolution of the Phyrexian Empire.
Oh god.
That seems like a very strange thing that they're very willing to show people. What was the context of that? Like, living with it, the Empire. What did it say about those things?
Well, it said wearing a purple shirt is gay.
Yeah.
If you want to just
I
DM
just
me
watched
the
that video
script,
today.
and I can Cave Johnson it out if you want.
Well, the thing is, I started describing it, and then everybody left that room and went back to talking to Zansha.
Fair enough.
I put a note of where everybody got disinterested, and it was about one sentence in.
Good job, guys.
Well,
But you know what? You could have gotten some, just like, you can kind of think, you can give me just a straight intelligence roll because you have keen mind of, like, which parts you're able to pull out from memory of overhearing from the other room.
oh damn.
Not much.
Do you have inspiration?
No, I'm not gonna use those.
But it's like specifically one word that keeps coming up, which is completion and completed. So that's why it sticks in your mind, because like, even though you weren't listening, that word came up enough times that it stuck.
Well, that's so, Rakdos, we've heard bits and pieces of a lot of information, but what does completing phyresis actually mean? Do you know?
Becoming one of them.
Actually, I'm not sure we should continue to learn the forbidden knowledge.
Why not?
At this point, it is better to know if you are going to help us fight against it.
He's already gonna kill us.
It just says in complete sincerity. Wait, why not?
At this point, it is better for you to know. The knowledge is there. At least if you know you can help us fight against it.
I
We
would
will
like to know how
need
to
to reform the Guild Pact. At least 3 Peruns are dead. At least 1 sigil was stolen. We may need new Peruns. Ones with knowledge of why they do it.
Yeah, alright.
Brother, that's rather interesting that you should mention that. So you think the Guild Pact as it stands is too weak to prevent these entities from seemingly leaching through?
It's already begun.
And he points back at the lava pit where the obliterator fell back in and like melted after it was destroyed.
Was that a Phyrexian, Phylaxis, Phalanx?
A simple foot troop.
From what I saw from Aldrich's nightmare visions, the entity that took its form did seem similar to that one, and I didn't like the connection I was seeing, especially not the more humanoid versions of it.
Wait, so Grandpa, is the blade tied to them, or was Mr. Taz tied to them, or is he just doing their bidding? And why was the nice lady lying to me? She was nice.
I think I have an answer for one of those. It would seem that Taz was being used as a pawn by them, but willingly so. If I had to bet from what I knew of Taz, it seems that these entities are choosing a pawn, or a prince, as it would be, a herald, maybe, is perhaps a better word, a chosen denizen of Ravnica to herald in the coming of this new age, and I'm sure they promised all kinds of power and control and all the things Taz desires, and being Taz, I assume he could not turn away the opportunity to control his fellow Ravnican, so he took up the offer and worked as a pawn to these entities. Being Taz, he probably also thought he could double-cross them and control them at some point. I'm sure that was never going to happen, but he certainly thought that he could. It would seem that now our friend Aldrich has been offered the same deal, and luckily for us, Aldrich has plenty of experience dealing with extra mental psychological entities, doesn't he, Aldrich?
Yeah.
Him camera pans to Aldrich just in the fetal position again.
See, he's perfect. If anybody's going to be able to resist their influence, it probably would be Aldrich. He might even do a better job of it than I would. And if for a moment it seems like he's going to fail and he wishes to become the pawn of these entities, well, we'll have to destroy him, but I don't think that's going to happen.
And around this time, Rakdos speaks up and he goes,
The Guild Pact still stands. It is weakened so they can spread their influence and find avatars to do their bidding. But as long as the Guild Pact stands, they cannot unseal themselves and interact directly with our plane. The plague of the Doom Brood, is one of these leechings from its tomb. I don't know which one Taz followed, but there were 5 emissaries of Phyrexia that were going to take this plane for them. They are the old gods. They are what we sealed away with the Guild Pact.
Kai,
Yes.
you work with the Demir, like you're one of the main Demir guys in our group, right?
Kai, like, sweats a little bit and just sighs. He's like, I don't think it's a secret.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to pry up. You know, mental stuff. It's me.
Wait,
But,
did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you bastard.
Sorry. I was with the Elder so long, and it's tough to turn this off sometimes. But,
as you just turn around and Aldrich is gnawing on the back of your head.
Man, I thought that was itchy.
It's just a nibble. You don't need all of it.
but yeah,
Don't be
do
selfish.
you think that the Demir is compromised since they sent us to the crypt? They're the ones that told us to basically open the crypt. They're the one that spoke about the plague and all that. I don't know. I'm just.
No.
That's what I've been saying the whole time. This guy, I love this fucking guy.
Wait.
Aldrich, I'm sorry for saying all those mean things about your bugs. They are a little disgusting, but you're wonderful.
I think I'm having another brain blast. Hey, Rakdos, you said the Guild Pact still stands. What would break the Guild Pact?
There are 11 sigils. They are what bind to whoever holds the mark of the Perun. If all 10 Peruns are gone, no power will flow to the sigil in the chamber of the Guild Pact. Then the plane will open.
As I thought. In that case, the Demir wished for us to open the tomb so that way they could kill Rakdos.
If they wished to open the plane and break the Guild Pact, I fear you are correct.
Well,
How would one get re-sigiled? Or take up the sigil?
make new Guild Pact.
The sigil can only be passed down through ritual from one Perun to its successor.
But
If
you
3
said,
are
you said
dead without passing it on, we will have to reforge the Guild Pact anew.
yeah, so where do we need to go to do that? Because I see 1, 2, 3, and she just starts counting. She goes, we can do it, right?
No.
First, we must assess how many of my brethren and sisters still stand. At least the Demir, the Boros, the Simic, and the Golgari have fallen. How many remain? That is the first thing we must find out.
Now, poor Kai, I know you're not gonna like this, but I don't think you can kill Niv Mizzet.
I don't want to kill Niv Mizzet!
No, I said Kai.
As I discussed with Rakdos just then, as long as we have this objective, He may be actually able to listen to reason from us.
Were you planning on killing Niv Mizzet?
Oh, come on, you know I couldn't do that to myself. That's why I was asking Rakdos.
The problem with Niv Mizzet is his arrogance. He will want to preserve the current guild pact, or take it on purely by himself. If he does not allow us to reforge it, then we may have no choice. But first, we shall try to reason with him.
If the guild pact was to be reforged, why couldn't Niv Mizzet just become the Perun again?
That is what I would suggest. But if there are so few of us left, and he is tainted by his ambition and arrogance, I could see him wishing to break it himself to become the only Perun. A living guild pact.
You think Niv Mizzet would be that foolish?
That arrogant? Possibly.
Zach, was that a reference?
What, to the card Niv Mizzet, the Living Guild Pact? No!
Yeah. Okay, I thought that sounded familiar.
What? Am I taking this from actual lore? No!
Definitely not.
Wait, there's lore?
I hate to break it to you, Connor. I did not, in fact, create the Ravnica setting. I homebrewed the shit out of it, but I did, in fact, take it from an existing IP because I'm a loser.
What? A campaign based on an existing IP? I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah, who the fuck would do that?
Creatively bankrupt. Damn. That's pretty lame, and I gotta say, I couldn't be a part of that. And I'm not saying that literally every single person who DMs has done that before, but I'm blaming you specifically.
No, that's fair. I deserve that blame, and I am ashamed.
If you ever have a hard time coming up with unique ideas, there's this tool called AutoGM that helps you utilize the power of AI to come up
Perun
with
Rakdos.
Wow, that sounds like such an interesting and wonderful tool. I wonder how I could get it, but also...
Yes. Yes, Chosen of Korgoth.
I'd like to get something done this session. It sounds like we need to act quickly.
Actually.
It sounds like we need to act quickly, but not to say it in too in polite terms. But we just got our shit rocked.
I think we learned a lot.
We did.
And we still don't know how to get out of this demiplane.
Hold on, wait, Brian, what are you wagering we do here? So Pablo comes in and says, time is of the essence, we need to do something, let's go to bed. Am I understanding this right? He says, I want to get
Two of us literally just died.
Let me slip on it.
I recognize that.
I'm sure if we go fight Niv Mizzet right now, we'll do great.
We won't, but that's why I'm saying.
We can keep talking. I'm saying that we actually get some measure of rest before we go teleporting straight into
We still have to figure out how to teleport.
Yeah, that is. We do have to figure out how to do that.
I'm just making a plan. You see?
The plan is bedtime.
Step 1, sleep. Good plan.
I mean, we're not in a combat, so I imagine that our rest is kind of happening now. Maybe not for me, but for the rest of you, you haven't done anything. You haven't exerted yourselves. It's also only been 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you're currently working towards a short rest.
Yeah.
But we are going to end on Fox putting ghosts in Celestial into the cipher. Because I need to get something.
Please tell me this works, so that way I don't have to have a list of 5-letter words for next session.
So Ghost does something. That's why we're ending on it.
cool. I figured it did something. Please tell me it does what we want.
No.
It throws you to the top of a mountain, the pinnacle of the mountain.
There's a chance it does what Fox wants, but it definitely was not part of the greater party goal right now.
Opens drawer, ghost comes out, says, "Oh," and then goes back in.
Guys, I'm scared.
Yeah, you did just open up something, and that's why we're ending the session on it.
No,
I
said, "Ooh."
I just need to find the where it is in my compendium.
Connor, give a guy a trigger warning next time.
No, I'm sorry.
Gonna give him an actual ghost. Now we get to start a new combat.
It's the ghost of Taz.
If
It
we
just
start
starts
another
playing
combat
rats.
right now, look, all I'm saying is if we start another combat right now, I'm going to Utah, I'm getting a syringe full of insulin, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
That's so specific.
Casey's got diabetes.
It's actually not specific at all. He doesn't know what he's doing with it yet. Jeez, I know what's in here. Where is it?
It's fine. I just turn into Ghost.
Tobias, is that you?
All I'm saying is an insulin overdose is incredibly difficult to detect in an autopsy.
You guys just hear, "Oh, hey, Fox," as Fox's dad.
Fox drops dead, he becomes a ghost.
It's what he's always wanted.
I just want to cut off this body.
I will find this. Give me a second. I'm so sorry. I just forgot the name of what it fucking is.
You try Control F.
Do you try Auto GN?
There it is. Out pops this. And that's where we're going to pick up next session.
I don't like that.
Hey, Dad. What are you talking about? He looks friendly.
As
You do kind of look like you.
Yeah, see, I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, what is this?
as a heavily armored creature steps out with a blade that like kind of turns into purple smoke about halfway down the blade. And as it comes into the area, and that's where we'll end the session.
I'll roll initiative, don't worry.
Sorry, was that English or no?
No, it was not English.
Okay.
Do any of us
Just
know
making
what
sure.
they're doing?
What languages do people speak?
Goblin. It was Goblin, wasn't it?
It was not Celestial nor Goblin.
I know.
Is it necrotic?
Necrotic is not a language.
Obviously, it's giant and or minotaur.
Is mayonnaise a
I know
language?
Elvish, Undercommon, and Crawl.
I'm gonna assume it was Abyssal or Infernal.
Actually, yeah, I forgot. You have a fucking demon lord with you. He recognizes the abyssal that was just spit out.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I was just gonna look to him and be like, what'd he say, what'd he say, what'd he say?
Grandpa?
Someone looks up to Rakdos and be like, bad guy?
Fox, you bitch.
Hey, he put ghost in, it summoned a ghost. What did he expect?
Alright, Pat said he had a backup character. Everyone else get ready.
Yep, this is him.
It's a
guys,
good thing Escher took a few minutes to heal everybody.
A little bit. I probably could have done it on myself, but I mean...
Although we don't have to roll for initiative yet. It depends on how you handle the start of this.
Wait,
Let's try to reason.
I'm really glad I got that second level spell slot back.
Talk to the really nice ghosty man.
Hey, I have a counterpoint to you guys saying he's hostile. Game recognizes game, and we both got horns on our helmet.
You just freed this man from a desk. I feel like he owes us.
Did he free him or did he summon him? Because that's a little different.
And that's what
Yeah,
you'll
we
find
could've
out
just
next session.
interrupted his immortal pleasure.
Please never say immortal pleasure again.
You don't get to speak. You posted that awful picture in the fucking memes chat.
That is very true.
Correct. Yeah. You silence you.